1. Mexico is one of the world's largest beer consumers. While often associated with tequila, Mexico is actually one of the largest beer consumers per capita in the world. Brands like Corona, Modelo, and Pacifico are internationally recognized, and Mexico's beer culture is a significant part of its economy. 2. Mexico has a European heritage. Despite its strong indigenous roots, Mexico has a large European, especially Spanish, cultural influence. More than 90% of Mexicans have some degree of European ancestry, and Spanish is the dominant language. Yet, many aspects of Mexican identity come from indigenous traditions, particularly in food, art, and languages. 3. The oldest university in the Americas is in Mexico. The National Autonomous University of Mexico, UNAM, founded in 1551, is the oldest university in the Americas. It's considered one of the top universities in Latin America, with a rich history of political activism and cultural contributions. 4. Mexico City is built on a lake. The capital of Mexico, Mexico City, was originally built on the ruins of Tenochtitlan, the Aztec capital, which was located on Lake Texcoco. The city continues to slowly sink because of its foundations on this former lake bed. 5. Mexico has more UNESCO World Heritage Sites than any country in the Americas. Mexico is home to 35 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, more than any other country in the Americas. This includes ancient cities like Chichen Itza, Teotihuacan, and Oaxaca, as well as natural wonders like the Monarch Butterfly Biosphere Reserve. 6. Mexico has a rich history of chocolate. Mexico is the birthplace of chocolate. The cacao bean was first cultivated by ancient Mesoamerican civilizations like the Olmecs, Maya, and Aztecs, who consumed it as a bitter drink. The chocolate we know today as a sweet treat was developed later in Europe. 7. The Aztecs practiced human sacrifice for agricultural purposes. Though widely associated with violent rituals, the Aztec practice of human sacrifice was not just for religious or spiritual reasons, but also to ensure bountiful crops. They believed the gods required human blood to nourish the earth. 8. Mexico's geography includes the world's largest pyramid. While Egypt's Great Pyramid of Giza is famous, the largest pyramid in the world by volume is the Great Pyramid of Cholula, located near Puebla, Mexico. It's even larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza, but is often overlooked because it is partially covered by a church built by the Spanish. 9. Mexico is a major producer of avocados. Mexico produces nearly half of the world's avocados, and it's a major exporter, especially to the United States. The avocado is so essential to Mexican cuisine that some regions celebrate festivals dedicated to it. 10. Mexico's flag was inspired by an Aztec legend. The design of Mexico's flag, a golden eagle perched on a cactus with a snake in its beak, comes from an Aztec legend. The Aztecs believed they were destined to find this symbol as a sign to build their city, Tenochtitlan, on the site that would eventually become Mexico City. 11. Mexico has a unique tradition of Day of the Dead. While Halloween is associated with the U.S., Mexico's Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos, is a deeply ingrained tradition that celebrates deceased ancestors. This holiday, which involves colorful altars, offerings, and festivities, is both a joyful and sacred celebration of life. 12. Mexico's economy is not just about tourism and tequila. Although often stereotyped for its beaches and tequila, Mexico has a highly diversified economy. It's a leading global producer of cars, electronics, and petroleum. Mexico also has a growing tech sector, with cities like Guadalajara being called the Silicon Valley of Latin America. 13. Mexico City is one of the greenest megacities. Despite its size and population, Mexico City has more than 50 public parks, including Chapultepec Park, which is one of the largest urban parks in the world. The city also has a growing commitment to sustainability, including bike-sharing programs and efforts to combat pollution. 14. The official name of Mexico is Estados Unidos Mexicanos. While most people refer to the country simply as Mexico, its official name is the United Mexican States, Estados Unidos Mexicanos. This reflects the country's federal system, much like the United States. 15. Mexico has the world's largest solar power plant. Mexico is becoming a leader in renewable energy. The Villanueva solar plant in Coahuila is one of the largest solar power plants in the world, with the capacity to power 1.5 million homes. 16. Mexico has a national cactus park. Mexico is home to a cactus national park, Parque Nacional del Desierto de los Leones, which is a unique site for cactus species, showcasing Mexico's incredible biodiversity. The country is home to more than 1,000 different species of cacti. 17. Mexico was the first country to abolish slavery in the Americas. Mexico abolished slavery in 1829, well before other countries in the Americas. It took this step under President Vicente Guerrero, who had been born to an enslaved African mother. Mexico's abolition of slavery was a progressive move compared to other nations, including the US and Brazil, where slavery persisted for decades after. 18. Mexico has a supernatural tourism industry. Many tourists come to Mexico not just for its beaches, food, or history, but for its supernatural attractions. Sites like the Island of the Dolls near Mexico City, or Chichen Itza's El Castillo Pyramid, are famous for their eerie myths and paranormal stories, adding an unexpected ghost tourism element to the country's appeal. 19. Mexico has its own Stonehenge. The Chichen Itza ruins in Mexico are known for the astronomical precision of their design, much like Stonehenge. The ancient Maya used the El Caracol Observatory at Chichen Itza for tracking celestial events. The Maya even built specific structures to align with solar events, just like the famous Prehistoric monument in the UK. 20. The world's largest mammal migration happens in Mexico. While the migration of monarch butterflies is famous, Mexico is also home to the largest migration of any mammal on Earth. Every winter, thousands of gray whales travel from Alaska to the warm waters off Mexico's Baja California Peninsula to give birth, making it the longest migration of any mammal. 21. Mexico has a unique time zone tradition. Mexico doesn't just have one standard time zone, it spans across 4 time zones, stretching from the Pacific coast to the easternmost regions. However, much of the country observes daylight saving time, so the time changes twice a year, complicating travel and communication. 22. Mexico has more tequila varieties than you might think. Although tequila is associated with a single spirit, there are actually 5 main types of tequila, including blanco, reposado, añejo, extra añejo, and joven. Each type varies in flavor and aging process, showing the diversity of production methods in the country's famous distillery tradition. 23. Mexico is home to the world's oldest living tree. The Árbol del Tule, a Montezuma cypress located in Oaxaca, Mexico, is the world's oldest living tree. It is over 2,000 years old and has the widest trunk of any tree in the world, measuring 42 meters in circumference. This majestic tree is a living symbol of the longevity of Mexico's natural heritage. 24. The world's most dangerous volcano is in Mexico. Mexico's Popocatépetl is one of the most active volcanoes in the world. Despite being a natural wonder and symbol of beauty, it also holds a dangerous reputation. Its eruptions have caused widespread destruction throughout history. Today, it is closely monitored by scientists for potential future activity. 25. Mexico's biggest export is not what you'd think. Though Mexico is known for its agricultural products like avocados, the country's largest export is cars. Mexico is a major global manufacturing hub for the automotive industry, especially for brands like General Motors, BMW, and Volkswagen, making it a key player in the global supply chain. 26. Mexico has one of the largest underground rivers. The Sótano de las Golondrinas, Cave of Swallows, in San Luis Potosi is one of the world's deepest and largest vertical caves, with an underground river that runs beneath it. The cave is famous for its dramatic depth and the thousands of birds that nest there, making it a unique natural wonder. 27. Mexico's Independence Day is not Cinco de Mayo. While Cinco de Mayo is widely celebrated in the U.S. as a day of Mexican heritage, Mexico's actual Independence Day is September 16, commemorating the day in 1810 when Miguel Hidalgo issued his Grito de Dolores, calling for independence from Spain. Cinco de Mayo commemorates the Battle of Puebla, which was a victory against the French. 28. Mexico is home to one of the world's largest deserts. Mexico contains the Sonoran Desert, one of the largest deserts in North America, which spans across parts of the U.S. and Mexico. It's known for its unique wildlife, including the saguaro cactus and the Mexican jaguar, and its vast landscapes. 29. Mexico has the world's largest tequila festival. The Tequila Festival, Fiesta de la Vendimia, is held annually in the town of Tequila, Jalisco. This festival, celebrating everything related to Mexico's iconic spirit, is the world's largest of its kind, attracting tequila connoisseurs and tourists from around the globe. 30. Mexico has more than 60 indigenous languages. While Spanish is the dominant language, Mexico officially recognizes 68 national languages, with 63 of them being indigenous. This linguistic diversity reflects the rich cultural heritage of Mexico's indigenous peoples, including the Nahuatl, Maya, and Mixtec communities. 31. Mexico City was once a vast canal system. Before the Spanish invasion, Mexico City was a series of interconnected canals, and the Aztecs used these canals to travel and transport goods. The Spanish began draining and filling in the canals to build the modern city we know today, but remnants of this water system can still be seen in certain neighborhoods. 32. Mexico has the world's first known colorful dinosaur fossils. In 2017, a team of Mexican scientists uncovered the first fossilized dinosaur eggs with traces of pigment found in the Sonora Desert. The eggs' coloring helped researchers understand how dinosaurs might have looked in terms of coloration. 33! Mexico has one of the world's largest underground caves. The Cueva de las Manos, Cave of the Hands, located in northern Mexico, is one of the largest and oldest cave systems known for ancient rock art. It is believed to be over 10,000 years old and was used by indigenous groups as a place for ritual and art.